Check that action out. Welcome back. Oh, we have missed you so much. I'm John Voorhes, host of Let's Get Cooking. Where have you guys been? Don't tell me. There's a pandemic, right? I heard about that. Well, I'm happy to say that today's show's our first one back. We're doing it in completely COVID-safe conditions. And before we get to our guest chef, Ms. Shauna Schultz, and we'll speak with her momentarily. She's got, I'm sure, some great recipes for us. Before we get to her, I want to share with you some of the really exciting things happening here at Nevada County Media. So we have some great shows here, as you know, at Nevada County Media. Nevada County Now, The Musicians. I don't know if I put Let's Get Cooking there, but we do our best. But there's some great shows and some great ideas coming through the works here. We're going to have a dance party. I'd love to have you come down and do that. There's going to be a 50s sock hop. That'll be fun. Great ideas here. One idea that we did reject, though, strangely enough, is the idea, someone came up with the idea of a show called Let's Get COVID, and I thought, you know, maybe a little too soon for that. They had picked out the theme song. I guess it was the Gershwin's Vaccinating Rhythm, but don't think that one's going to fly. I'll see you at the next pandemic with that one. But here, let's turn it over to Shauna Schultz here. Shauna, welcome to Let's Get Cooking.
Thank you, John.
Very nice to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
And what is on the menu today?
On the menu today are 2 recipes with a twist. So
With
they
a twist.
each have a secret ingredient.
Ah, and now we're not going like rat poison or anything like that.
No.
It's a healthy ingredient.
Healthy twist for unsuspecting individuals.
Yeah, I think that would be much better.
Yeah.
And we were speaking earlier before the show started, and you've got such a cool resume. Would you mind telling folks who you are and what you do and that sort of thing?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So I work for Nevada County Public Health as a nutrition educator for the CalFresh Healthy Living program. So we focus a lot on recipes like these that are healthy, tasty, but also fit into a budget. And I also teach college nutrition at Sierra College.
You do?
I do.
So when you're teaching college, I'm going to say college kids, although I think community college is probably all ages, is it like the proper length of time to microwave a Hot Pocket, or is it a little more in depth than that?
Well, more we're kind of working our way through nutrition science, but they do some hands-on projects. Like,
and nutrition science, that's totally changed in the last 10 or 15 years, right?
Well,
we don't do the pyramid anymore, right?
We don't do the pyramid. That changed to the plate. Yeah, but nutrition sometimes is slow to change, but in the media, we see it change kind of quickly, but there's also a lot of misinformation out there that we
I
see.
always had difficulty with the pyramid because I always felt the food just fell off the sides. And I just
Right.
think eating off of a plate is so much better, right? It's flat, good surface.
Well, much easier visual to understand.
Isn't it?
Too,
Yes,
right?
yeah. No,
I
I'm
agree.
Well,
It was better.
So you can see the low standards we have at the show. You ready to meet these low standards?
I am.
All right.
Hey,
Well,
it's what I'm all about. No.
So the first recipe is what?
The first recipe is guacamole, and so the secret ingredient here is green peas. So it's a green pea guacamole.
Greenpeace. They're the environmental group that saves the whales.
Oh, totally. Yes.
That's Greenpeace,
right?
right?
Very sustainable recipe.
Okay. I'm with you now. Well, let's see how this green pea guacamole goes.
All right, great. So besides avocado, we'll be adding green peas. So we just have, I used frozen green peas and just thawed them. I know. Hey, they're really tasty.
It's early in the
They're
season,
really
too, we
tasty.
should say.
But, yes, it is early in the season, but you could use fresh peas and just blanch them a little bit before you blend them into the recipe.
Good to know.
And that would be a great substitute. We'll put in some garlic, some green onion, some lemon juice, a little bit of salt, and some cilantro, and then just a touch of hot sauce. And that's it. And the nice thing about this is the peas kind of help extend the guacamole, right? So you get more.
Oh, I like more guacamole is good.
More
I'm
is
totally
good,
in favor
right?
of that.
It also kind of lightens it up, adds some protein and fiber, but most importantly, it tastes really great and it tastes really fresh. So.
Awesome. And I will say, and I don't mean to be Debbie Downer here.
That's okay.
But you know the story about guacamoles and the drug cartels, right?
Avocados, right?
I'm sorry, what did I say? Avocados, right?
Yes, but refresh me because I can't remember what
Well,
happened.
the Mexican drug cartel is diversifying and they put the thumb on the avocado growers in Mexico. Milwaukee. I just read about it.
I had heard about that.
But I read you can
sad.
enjoy guacamole guilt-free for the same reason you can enjoy using your iPhone guilt-free.
Yeah, right.
Although the iPhone's not made out of avocado.
I know,
obviously.
you can't eat it.
No,
right?
you can't.
I mean, you might come
You
close.
shouldn't eat it.
No, I don't recommend it.
All right, well, let's get started. Enough of this jovial banter.
Sure. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the peas. This is just one small bag. It's about roughly 2 cups. All right, we're going to put that into our food processor.
Frozen, or we thawed them out? Or
we thawed them.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
thought
they work.
I thought you did. Funny every time that joke.
You were waiting for it, weren't
I
you?
was waiting for it. Just set you up real, Jen.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
And then I have some green onions here. I just trimmed them and washed them. I'm going to roughly chop them because they're just going to get blended up with these peas. So we don't really have to worry about them looking pretty or anything like that. So we'll just do a rough chop. And it's about a half a cup, give or take.
Give or take, yeah. I'd say
Throw
you're
these
eyeballing
in
that
there.
right. Yeah.
You know, to be honest, usually at home I don't do a lot of measuring, so.
I'm not honest at home.
Right.
It's funny. I don't want to get
a lot going on
into
at
that
home.
habit. Yeah, exactly.
We're going to take 1 garlic clove, so we have 1 garlic. And if you're feeling really stressed at home, maybe you need to get out some aggression.
I see it.
You can smash that
Bam!
garlic.
That's how it's
Right?
done.
I mean, that's the funnest thing about garlic.
I love
But
it.
when you do that, it makes it easier to get the peel off, and you don't have like garlic under your fingers for days.
That's a great
and days.
technique.
Right. So we're gonna throw that in there, and then
Before we go further,
you wanna
there
get those over
are
there?
2 peas left. Do you want them in? Or is it 2
you feel
peas?
better having them in?
2 peas or not 2 peas? That's the question.
2 peas.
We won't put them in.
It's okay. We'll do
Not.
it. All right, cilantro. You're either a cilantro lover or a cilantro hater. Do you love it?
Oh, I love it.
Okay,
I
good.
love it.
Good. It is genetic, by the way, for those people
Cilantro?
who really hate cilantro, like that think it tastes
You know,
awful.
I don't even talk to those people.
I know. How could you hate it? Like, it's a beautiful
Please.
herb.
Right? Am I right?
So-
let's get a little love for cilantro out there, can we, from the studio audience?
Yay!
Yeah. You know, it's just, no one thinks about cilantro's
No.
feelings.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So I'd say about a handful.
Handful, yeah.
We'll rough chop it. We'll put that in there. All right, so we're gonna blend this until it's nice and creamy looking.
Okay.
My food processor only has 1 setting, so I'm gonna turn it on that setting.
I think that's
Right.
the setting to use then.
I
A
know.
lot easier to use.
And it should blend up pretty nicely.
And you'll notice that here in Nevada County Media, we actually paid our electric bill, which is allowing the food processor to run. I think that's important to bring out.
You might have to stop and just nudge
I mean,
those
I can
little
actually
peas
smell
down.
that from here. That smells, or maybe I'm
Doesn't
smelling
it?
the cilantro.
You smell that?
It's
Garlic,
looking good.
maybe?
Yeah.
We'll give it one more little whirl.
You know, a food processor with 1 setting is just so much easier to use.
Isn't it?
There's no thinking.
Yeah, I know. You don't need the fancy stuff.
No, you don't.
I mean, really, quite honestly, you could probably even mash this really well at home and make it a little bit more rustic if you don't have any.
Get the hammer
blend.
down from the basement and
Yeah, go at it.
go at it, right?
All right. So that looks pretty creamy. We get to put what we know as guacamole in there, avocado in next, and then we'll put in some lemon juice, some salt, and a little hot sauce. And it's that simple.
Let's take a look at it. Okay, and remember, for devoted listeners or followers of Let's Get Cooking, you'll remember that in the first episode, I told you what the alternate name, the old name of avocados used to be. And that one person who watches all of our episodes, do you remember what it was? Alligator pears. They used to be called alligator pears.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
That's my trivia for the day.
You know, I like that name.
Well, I mean, it's
I'd rather,
it's
you know.
appropriate. They
Yeah.
look like alligators.
Look like alligators.
Alligator skin. Yeah, you can make boots out of those, actually, and belts out of avocado.
See?
No,
and you
I
don't
see.
have to kill the alligator.
Then you don't have to go, they don't last very long.
Well, that's probably true.
But actually, you know what? It's funny. I'm an animal rights person. I'm okay if they kill alligators. I'm
They are kind of mean, right?
not losing a lot of sleep
I've
over
never
that.
seen one, but I'm okay not seeing one.
So 1 full avocado,
one
one
full-
complete avocado.
1 complete avocado. We're going to put in just a little bit of salt. It's maybe about a 1/4 of a teaspoon.
Now, are you a there are people who can tell the difference in salt. Are you one of those people? Like, does it have to be kosher salt, or do you go down that path?
I usually use. I love the pink Himalayan. I just think.
Oh my Lord, you are totally one of those salt people.
It tastes better. It just does.
Pink Himalayan is the best salt out there.
It really
Apparently,
is. Or like kosher salt that just the like thick, flaky, chunky ones are good like to finish dishes with because you can taste them up front and they don't get lost in everything.
Now, did you go to the Himalayans? Your Himalayans to
yeah,
get
totally.
that salt?
Yeah.
That's how.
It was a
Pink
long trip
Himalayan
with
salt.
COVID.
That's the first one for me.
Yeah.
New one for me.
All right, we're gonna put in the juice of 1 lemon.
Okay.
If this lemon is pretty ripe, I guess, is pretty soft, but you can always roll your lemon just to release those juices in there and kind of break down the cell wall, and you'll get more juice out of your lemon.
If you don't have a date Friday night, rolling the lemon. Good way to spend
Limes
the
are
evening.
tougher, I'll tell you.
Oh, don't get me started.
lemons,
Rolling
you know.
limes. I don't even want to hear about it. Oh, the stories I could tell you.
We'll squeeze.
All right, juice of 1 lemon.
Juice of 1 lemon. And then after this, we'll put in a little hot sauce. That was a
hot
juicy
sauce.
lemon. It's going to be lemony. So you can do more hot sauce if you like it spicy. You can leave it out if you want
So to taste.
to taste.
Now, you want some help with that?
Yeah. It's kind of stuck there.
The hot sauce, is that from the Himalayas as well, or is that Nepal?
I went
Where's the
straight
hot
to
sauce
Mexico
come from?
for this.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Mexican hot sauce.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that was near the Himalayas.
Put in a few little drops.
I have a,
Well, you know, I'm a world traveler
I,
for these
I, have
ingredients.
a, I have a United States citizen's view of geography, which is not good.
I know, me too. Okay, so now we'll just pulse it
Okay.
and.
So you're setting it on, oh, I see. That's how you pulse it.
Yeah, so most food processors should have a pulse function. So you just, just play with it a little bit. Just until it's nice and incorporated.
Because you don't want a cream, you want a little, you want the chunky
you want it
action.
to have a little texture.
Right.
I mean, you could make it creamy if you wanted to. That would be fine. Voila.
Voila. Well, I think
put
we
it in a
better-
bowl.
Yeah, I think we better. See, there
We
were
need to
some
taste
peas left
it,
over.
right?
I'm looking forward to it. Oh, that's.
Isn't it pretty?
Can we get a close up? Are we on
yeah.
camera? Let's get this showing up here. That is absolutely beautiful.
So it's a really bright green, and you know what's nice is for some reason when you put the peas in here, normally you might put guacamole in the refrigerator and then it oxidizes and
Yes,
it browns.
right.
This doesn't tend to brown.
Well, is the lemon juice helping?
The lemon helps, but even like with lemon juice, sometimes it still browns on the top. But this, with the peas, for some reason, stays really nice and vibrant.
It is. It's actually very colorful.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. So listen, you can stretch your hard-earned avocado dollars by making guacamole and adding green peas, thawed, frozen, or
Yep.
blanched, fresh.
Correct.
See, I was paying attention.
Yes, I would not use canned. I
that
don't
is.
think it would taste as good.
No, I
But-
don't think so. Look at that. Is absolutely gorgeous.
And for serving, if we wanted to serve it
Oh,
with veggies, we
look
could.
at that.
Pita chips. So I have jicama. Have you had jicama before?
Okay, before we go, let's talk jicama.
Let's do it.
You ever, in your education, do you ever get people willingly eating jicama?
I do.
Get out. See, I used to teach 8th
My
grade.
daughter actually likes it, and she has a lot of opinions.
I used to teach 8th grade English in San Francisco, and we could never get the kids to eat jicama.
Oh, interesting. Because it's pretty, it's sweet and crunchy. At least I think it's sweet and crunchy, and it's pretty neutral.
Okay. Can I
Yeah.
move in, or is that
Yes,
rude?
go for it.
All right. I'm going to go carrot first.
I'm going to do carrots, all right.
Look at that.
And then we have radishes, which some people like, some people don't like. Pita chips.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Glad you like it.
This is an amazing recipe. Now,
I've made it for many different age groups, and it seems to go over well. Like little kids love it.
I think you hit the mid
Kids.
50s
Yeah,
age group.
yeah.
That's really good.
Nice.
That's a tough demographic with guacamole, as you know.
Right?
I will tell you, this is an amazing recipe, ladies and gentlemen. So I encourage you to check this out. Normally we share food with the staff that's filming us, but I don't think we'll do that today. That's how good it is. It's wonderful. Thank you, Shauna.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That is really good.
We're good? Yeah.
All right.
It might
Who
need
wants
a little
some?
more salt. Feel free to add some if you
No, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So today's theme is recipes with a twist. And the twist in that first recipe was that you put avocado in the guacamole.
Oh, no. Other way around.
You put
Peas.
peas. I knew it. Just, hey,
Oh,
everyone,
peas. No.
just give peas a chance, I think is the expression for that one. And what's up next, Shauna?
All right. So up next is chocolate mousse.
With a twist.
With a twist. What do you think it is? I mean,
Avocado.
actually, you could do that.
See, you can't get a straight answer
But-
anymore these days. Green peas.
Yeah, right.
Cilantro.
No.
Okay, I'll be quiet now. This is-
Everybody's favorite. Tofu.
Oh, toad food. I don't know why they make food out of toads. Really?
Well, I mean, it makes dishes delicious.
I guess it does.
Right?
All right, no. So we're making chocolate mousse
chocolate
with
mousse
tofu.
With tofu.
Which
And
is soybean curd, because I know this stuff.
It is soybean curd.
That's what I'm here
And for something that's creamy, like a mousse or even like a dressing or a dip, you want to use silken tofu, which is, you'll see when I open it, it's really, really soft and
Because there's
it's really
different
creamy.
there's different types of tofu. There's hard, medium, and silken. I mean, basically there's like three
Yeah.
types, right?
Yes, yeah. So silken's not pressed at all, whereas like the soft, medium, and firm are pressed to a certain degree.
Okay, and this is going to be a silken mousse.
Correct.
Now, mousse in the wild, do they tend to be silken? I never thought of them. That's not the adjective I would have used. But mousse in the kitchen, silken.
I've never seen a moose. I went to Alaska for a week and didn't see one moose. I don't know.
They must have known you were coming. Like, here comes that
I really
silken
wanted
moose
to.
lady. That's
Really wanted to.
hard for them to hide. They're a big animal.
Yes, correct.
Okay, but we are getting off track.
Okay.
All right.
So the first thing that we'll do is get to the good stuff, and we'll melt the chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. So don't worry, it's just not like all tofu in this dish. We are going to put some sugar in it and some chocolate in it. So
Okay.
really, really tasty. So I have semi-sweet chocolate chips. This is a cup. And then we're going to melt the chocolate chips with just a little bit of almond milk, but you could really use whatever kind of milk that you wanted to.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. And we have about half a cup of that. So you can do it on a double boiler. So this pot here just has a little bit of water in it and the glass dish on top. So that way you can melt the chocolate chips safely and they're not going to burn in the pan and cause some kind of fiasco that you don't want.
The last thing any one of us want is a chocolate chip explosion. Although, actually, that'd be a good name for a band, I think, now that I think about it.
Might be kind of tasty, too.
And one thing we've learned I'm not sure what episode 7 or 8 of Let's Get Cooking, but we've learned that the show goes much more smoothly when you actually turn the hot plate on.
Yes.
Which I think was an issue. So if you're doing this, turn the stove or the hot plate on.
Yeah, do it ahead of time. And if you don't want to do this at home, or maybe you don't have the proper materials to do so, you can just heat it in the microwave for a minute or two and then just let it sit and then whisk it until it's creamy.
I thought you were going to say, if you don't want to do this at home, we'll go to your house and make it, but that's microwave.
Stop by.
Yeah,
we're
sure.
We're kind of bored.
Huh? Free eats.
I have 2 noisy dogs, but that's okay.
As do we.
Right now. All right.
A lot of that.
So this might take a while, so we'll just kind of let this sit here for a little bit.
You're really taking a big whisk with that, aren't you?
I am taking a big whisk.
Huh?
That's right.
Funny every time. All right.
All right, so we'll let that kind of do its thing, and
All
we'll
right.
make sure that it's
And
warm enough. It's warm.
it is warm.
Just take a
Okay,
while.
good.
Might be able to.
When we made the raw Brussels sprout salad, we had the hardest time getting the hot plate started. And then we realized we didn't need it for the salad, so that was kind of an odd thing.
Oh,
but
well, that
we
was
do need
nice,
it here.
right?
Yeah, you want to rev
please.
that up, though.
Yeah.
So, well, just one more thing about the hot plate, Shauna.
Yes.
Do you know the best way to turn that on?
No.
Take it out to the movies, maybe a candlelight
Ooh.
dinner. Drives them
Ooh.
crazy. Hot plates love that stuff.
I bet they do.
Okay, I just had to get that off my chest now. Okay. But I will tell you this, I learned why and how induction works this past week. Do you know how it works and why it's so great? So the idea is you're not burning gas, which is a good thing. But induction works because there's magnets, and the pot you use, as long as it's magnetic, if it's iron, it will be a poor conductor of magnetism, so instead it heats up.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so you cannot use on induction. The way to test if the pot will work on it is just to see if you can stick a kitchen magnet to it. And if it sticks, you can use it. If it doesn't,
So this is stainless steel. That
will not work for induction.
Oh, it won't?
So it's weird. It'll just sit there. It won't get hot. Shauna, looks like the chocolate's on its way.
The chocolate's
So we
on
plugged
its
it
way.
in. That was a good sign.
Yep, it
What's
got
next?
hot enough.
Yeah.
So next we're going to put the rest of our ingredients in the blender. You could also use a food processor. That would be fine.
Okay.
You don't need something as strong as a Vitamix. So it'll blend nicely.
I guess if you're using the firm tofu, you might need a Vitamix, right? For the silken tofu, you don't need something that fancy.
Yeah, I would recommend against using the firm tofu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rocks?
It just wouldn't, be as silky and smooth.
No, we want silken.
It would taste a little more like tofu-y. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to open the tofu, and you'll see kind of how jiggly it is. I thought I had there's my knife.
I think I'll stand over here
All
when
right.
we use that.
Come on, it's a little knife.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can find tofu also in like aseptic boxes where the Asian foods are, and that's fine to use too. But this one was refrigerated. So.
Our aseptic box backed up because the tree roots got into it and we had to roto them out. Is that what you're talking about?
No, not that kind
Oh,
of septic.
okay. I'm a weird topic for a cooking show. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, and let's see. I'm going to just drain this really quickly.
Okay.
You'll see. If I can get over there safely.
Safely is the key word here. We live on the edge here at Let's Get Cooking. Sometimes we have slips and falls just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, hey, she's back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Shauna. She came back without hurting herself.
I made it. It's all
Nice
all
to
good.
see that.
And I thought I had a spoon, but we'll just
There's a
use this
spoon.
little teaspoon.
I could. There you go.
See, you just get to dump it in there.
All right.
How easy is that? So I'm going to turn this off. So we have the tofu in the blender. We are going to add some maple syrup. Who doesn't love maple syrup?
Yeah, from my old neck of the woods.
About a quarter cup.
Quarter cup of maple syrup.
Everything's better with
I am
maple
loving
syrup.
this recipe already.
Right.
You know, you didn't put any maple syrup in the guacamole, I noticed.
No, I didn't.
You had the
How do you think that
chance.
would taste?
Mapley?
Yeah, it would.
No, it probably doesn't belong there.
Little vanilla, about a teaspoon. Now, vanilla is really expensive right now.
Yes.
You bought vanilla recently?
Okay, you ready for the trivia of the day? More
Yes,
trivia?
I am.
My parents used to live on the Mexico border in Brownsville, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom would smuggle vanilla extract.
Really?
Because it was cheaper in Matamoros.
Ooh.
Yeah, she would take more than
Nice.
they're supposed to.
Scandalous, right?
That's how we roll.
I can touch this, so that's good. We'll give this one final little stir. Pour that in.
And I love, so far, this is a very simple recipe, which I love.
Super simple.
Yeah.
And now you can have a little bit of protein and chocolate at the same time. So you could call it
okay.
dinner.
I see where you're going with that. That's totally
Right?
the main dish right there.
And this will blend very, very easily because the tofu is really soft and
And
the chocolate's warm.
one thing I noticed is you put the top on the blender before you used it, which I think is a really good cooking tip.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Don't forget it.
Might be
and
mopping your
don't fill
ceilings.
it too high either because I have done that before.
that's how we learn.
And that didn't go over too well. So I'm just going to blend this.
Now this one has multiple speeds.
It does. I could turn it on high, but I don't think I need to. It's really, really
Do you
loud.
think the food processor is jealous, or do you worry about that?
Yeah,
I would think so.
I do think it's jealous.
Oh, it's looking
It
good.
looks so good. Wait till you smell it, though. It smells super yummy. Just give
Am I
it a
allowed
smell.
to?
Yeah, give it a smell.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is a great show so far.
So as you
Great dishes.
have this in the refrigerator, it will firm up a little bit.
Sure, okay.
Right now, it'll be a
All
little
right,
bit
so
on the
we've
thinner
mixed
side.
it, and now it would be set it in the fridge for a while? Is that the next
You
step?
don't have to. I mean, you can eat it right away.
Oh, that's
but,
I like it.
But the flavors will develop a little more, and it will set a little more when it's in the refrigerator. But usually you can't wait, right? Like we want to
let's
try
not
it.
wait.
We want to
Let's
try
not
it right
wait.
away.
Let's get to it.
So, but what we're gonna do is make it pretty before we eat it. Okay?
I'm a function before form cook, man. Let's just eat the thing.
So I have some whipped topping already.
All right.
Oh, I took that out already.
But I'm not going to complain because this is here we go, homemade
Right?
whipped cream.
It's not homemade. You could do homemade. I know. It is. I made it
homemade whipped
and then
cream.
I froze it.
We'd like to have you back, but if you're going to argue with the host, it's probably not going to happen, okay?
I mean,
We agree there? I think we all
okay,
agree.
I agree. Yeah, I can.
Don't talk back.
I can abide by
All right,
that.
good.
So let's make like a little parfait.
Because everybody loves parfait. What movie was that?
I don't know.
It was Shrek.
Oh, was it Shrek?
Yeah, that was Eddie
Aw.
Murphy. The donkey.
We'll put on some whipped cream in the middle.
Oh, look at that.
What do you think? Raspberries? Or do you like
Yes.
bananas better?
I like raspberry. Well, I like them both.
Okay. Do you want to do both?
I have a feeling it's sort of on the hot seat here.
Well, you know.
The only thing I have a problem with is that's such a small serving. I was hoping we were just going to put them in there.
Do you like a big
Yeah,
mason jar?
I'm just saying.
We'll do bananas.
A
in the
gallon-sized
next layer.
mason jar. Oh, look at that.
Well, it kind of got lost in there. Now, if this had, set in the refrigerator for a little bit, then everything wouldn't get drowned out by that
And if
chocolate
you
mousse.
didn't put it in the fridge, you could just do shots. You could just knock them back. I think that would be a lot
Oh,
of
you
fun.
could.
You
Yeah,
could, right?
It's like a new kind of shot.
Yep.
All right, we'll do a little more.
Look at that homemade whipped cream.
I slaved.
Yeah,
for
there we go.
hours.
Now you're getting it. Okay, good.
Slaved for hours. We'll do a few
That
slices of
was
banana.
wonderful. I see we might need spoons. I suppose I should go find some spoons here.
Yes, we will need a spoon.
All right.
Yeah. And, well, there's one little raspberry poking out of there, right?
That's wonderful. Let's hear it for the silken chocolate mousse, huh? And Shauna Schultz for bringing this wonderful meal to us. Oh, thank you so much. I wasn't going to let anyone else
Or
have
you
it.
could
There's
just
two
drink it.
spoons.
You
I
know, if you
I
want to
think we
claim it
should.
all for yourself, then
Yeah, that's really what I'm
easily,
going to look
yeah,
at.
you can.
Okay,
you can
so
drink it.
2 spoons, because I was told by the director I'm supposed to share, which I really
Yes, yeah.
not
Give me
down
that
with that,
spoon.
but since Shauna made it. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Got some banana. You can really taste the cilantro. It's really phenomenal.
Adds a nice touch,
it's
right?
really something. Okay, wait a minute. Wow. I know, the polite thing for me to do is let you have some. I don't know that.
Okay, that's
happening.
okay. I'll get my own later. The tofu's nice
Oh.
because it takes on whatever flavor you use.
This is phenomenal. Here, I think you need to take.
Yeah.
So people think, oh, John's just going to love everything,
Yeah.
but it's really good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shauna Schultz starts us off post-pandemic. I can't think of a better way to get back into the kitchen than green pea guacamole. This was not the green pea guacamole, just so you guys know. This was the silken tofu chocolate mousse.
Correct.
Did I call it right?
Yes, you did.
Awesome. Really wonderful. And I think either one of them could be your appetizer. This is probably your main dish, I think.
Yeah, main dish.
Don't you think? And the
Tofu, protein, right? It fits.
wonderful. Can we get another round of applause from the studio audience for Shauna? Shauna, thank you so much.
welcome.
This wraps up another Let's Get Cooking, and we would love to have you on the show. I believe if you go to Nevada County Media on the website, there's a form you can fill out, and we'd love to have you join us here in the kitchen. It's a lot of fun. For me, I don't really have to do anything. I don't know if it'll be as much fun for the cooks, but Shauna, would you come back sometime?
I would come back.
All
yes,
right,
anytime.
wonderful. There's proofs in the pudding or the mousse, as they say. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is a story of gumption, perseverance, and damn luck. It starts with this man.
Charles Litton was Einstein brilliant.
He was a genius, made countless contributions to the high technology of his time, vacuum tubes. In 1953, he moved from a young Silicon Valley to Grass Valley, California.
I think that's what happens, right? A lot of us, we found a way to get to Nevada City, Grass Valley, or we found it for the first time, and we don't want to leave.
Soon after, he talked his friend Dr. Donald Hare into starting his engineering business in the same mountain town.
Doc Hare, Grass Valley, I believe came to Grass Valley almost as much for the area as everybody else, but he knew Litton.
Doc Hare and a small cadre of incredibly talented engineers quickly made their mark on a new technology that was captivating the world: television.
Grass Valley knew how to do things with a transistor that previously took a tube.
What came next is decades of innovation, ultimately leading to dozens of spin-offs and related technology companies who themselves made countless world-changing contributions.
How they got to television is a circuitous path of technology that I don't think anyone would ever predict.
The fact that any of this happened at all is technically improbable.